Good morning, everybody. Good morning. We're going to talk this morning about updates in the Epstein case. The guy formerly known as Prince Andrew, he was arrested. And my understanding is from watching the media, watching the news broadcasts and reading news from overseas, that he is still locked up, that they have not released him yet. So we're starting to get some traction and some movement on the Epstein case. And we're getting movement on this case in spite of, right? In spite of the fact that we're getting the movement anyway, even though in America they're not trying to do anything. Hey, KK, good morning. And I'm sorry I'm late this morning, you guys. We're having a plumbing issue in the house this morning. And you know, it's the worst when you start having a plumbing issue in your home. You just like, the fuck out of here. Hey, Grace, good morning to you, beautiful. And you're absolutely right. People need to vote. Now, James Tallarico, he raised over $2 million. He got over $2 million in donations because CBS kept his interview from airing on the Stephen Colbert Show. So all they did was give him more attention, of which I said that was a bad move to make. You said your son and a group of students got in trouble for protesting. My son said, damn, do the boots taste good? Man, listen, back in my day, I remember when I was in high school, Desert Storm was happening at the time. I remember that. We were in the middle of doing whatever we were doing over there, and an Operation Desert Storm was going on. And I remember we protested. We had a sit-in at school where all the children didn't go to class. And we protested because we wanted to talk about that we were not happy about what government was doing and what we were doing overseas. We didn't get in trouble by the administration. They actually took it as an opportunity to talk with us and have a discussion. And that's what adults, leaders are supposed to do. Children are the next guard, the next generation. So basically they're telling them, shut up. That's not okay. That's not okay. Yes, happy Friday, Junior. Good morning to you all. I was saying to KK before a lot of you all came in, apologies for being here a little late. We're having a plumbing issue in the house this morning. And if you own a home, you know the last thing you ever want to deal with is a plumbing problem, right? So yeah, that's what we're dealing with this early this morning. So I'm just like, gotta love a Thursday, right? So, and also to tell you guys, I am in the queue to talk to the unemployment office about something with my claim. So if they call me, I'm going to have to end the live to tend to that call, because sis need her shmoney. Okay. And I've, still been applying for jobs and stuff like that. But now I'm about to start applying for things that I know I'm overly qualified for, and hope that somebody's like, listen, I know you're not going to stay, but you're Miss Right Now and we'll pay you right now. And I'll be like, okay, cool. Let's get it. Let's go. So yeah, I applied for a gig earlier this morning where they're looking to pay people to train AI models. Fuck it. I got to do what I got to do, because I got to make money. You got to eat. You got to eat. You say, why is Eric Trump buying corporations like Extrin Drones? They're probably up to something. 9 times out of 10, they're up to something. I can guarantee you that. The Trump administration, or not the Trump administration, the Trump family, they're all corrupt. And it starts at the top, right? Dad's corrupt. So by proxy, all of his children are going to be corrupt too. I don't know why people, some people expect the kids to be better than he is. They're not. They're a product of him. And their mama been dead for a long time. They're a product of their daddy, and they love money. There's nothing worse than these people. I'm going to tell you what they're always avoiding. The Trumps never want to be poor, and they never want to be like common folk. And quiet as kept, Donald Trump and his family have more money than they've ever had in their lives right about now. They're making money like crazy. So He loves being, that's why when I see reports where people talking about, oh, Trump's going to step down. No, he's the fuck not. I don't know where this type of stuff is coming from. Donald Trump's not going to step down. They're making money. And that's the whole point, to make fucking money off of America. Now, I want to talk about the elephant in the room this morning. Did y'all see that Prince Andrew was arrested? Oh, the UK ain't fucking around. You said, did I see the Social Security is going to reduce benefits in 20? Oh, I'm not surprised by that. Oh, I'm checking something. Because I just want to see some stuff. I'm not surprised that they're going to cut benefits. At the end of the day, government hasn't done a good job with Social Security because the people who need it are us. Rich people don't care about Social Security. They don't care about it. So to them, it's a waste. So that doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. Not at all. That doesn't surprise me. Before I keep going on that other thing, I want to say, remember I said about James Tallarico, and I said that James Tallarico is probably going to win the Democratic nomination. I told y'all he gonna win it, because when CBS was told Stephen Colbert not to air that interview, right, and they wouldn't allow him to do it, that gave James Tallarico even more notoriety and got him in more people's ear, so that people went to YouTube to look at the interview on purpose, because they want to know, well, why wouldn't CBS want us to see this? That is the very thing that people are going to want to go see it. So they went to go look and see it. Yep. They went to go look and see it. And now they like him. So now he has received over $2 million in donations. Over 2,000 people have signed up to volunteer to help his campaign in Texas. I told y'all. James Tallarico be talking some good shit. He really does. He talks really good politics. He knows how to talk to the people of Texas. I'm not saying that Jasmine Crockett doesn't. I'm just telling y'all I could peep it. And I said, Jasmine Crockett's not going to win that nomination. She's not. Unfortunately, she will not win that nomination. And so, and that's all. And the only reason why she's losing her congressional seat is because Texas did what Trump wanted them to do and get rid of those seats. I forgot to tell y'all too, that a judge said that Maryland, because Maryland did it too. Judges said in Maryland, yep, our redistricting can go forward as well. So all that shit that was done to take those seats out of Texas, they lost them all everywhere else. And that is why Donald Trump is working really hard. That's why he went into Georgia to take voter rolls. That's when, I don't know if she takes AIPAC money. I can tell you every Republican does. That I can guarantee you for sure. Every Republican does. Now, can I also tell you, see, I can't really talk about that the way I want to, because I know I'm going to just call it PAC for the purposes of this conversation, right? Because TikTok a little funny about the discussion, right? And they say Jasmine does not take money from the PAC, right? I'm going to say it like this. I see the movement to call them out. Oh, and I totally agree with it. But I'm telling you, y'all going to have a hard time. I'm 50. Okay. You're going to have a hard time. I'm going to say it again. You're going to have a hard time calling out the PAC, because the system has worked really hard to protect that PAC as long as I've been alive, and it was happening even before I was born. So just note, and people will say you on that anti shit just because you have an opinion about it, or just because you say what they doing is wrong. You're going to realize you're not allowed to say anything they do is wrong. It's always everybody else. I learned that shit. Real talk. I learned that very young in age, that you have to be careful about how you engage that conversation, because people will always accuse you of being that anti-piece to shut you up. And nobody, well, prior to Trump, wanted to be known as an anti. You understand? If you understand where I'm coming from. I'm just telling you, it is a campaign and a concerted and a deliberate effort to keep you from holding them accountable for anything. They don't like holding them accountable for shit. They genuinely act like they can do whatever they want. Literally. That's how they act. You say, what about all the liberals in the files? Mods, don't block anything. I actually want to have this discussion. No, actually, I want the liberals in the files to be held accountable too. So my question to you, Gasoline, why is Trump not trying to hold them accountable? Why is Trump protecting liberals who are in the files? I'll just wait for you to tell me. Because I'm with you. Expose the liberals too. I don't know any liberal that's saying, no, protect the liberals, just expose the Republicans. That's not happening. No. We're not talking about what he told the police. He's the president of the United States now. He can do whatever he wants. So why won't he do this? Why won't he just release all the files? Unredacted. Why is Pam Bondi saying it's nobody else to charge? If it's liberals in the files that have done these things, shouldn't they be charged? I'll wait. I'll give you time to look up your answer. I'm giving him time to look up the answer and stuff, because I don't think he expected me to say that, because that's how I really feel. They should be locked up too. If there's any liberals in there that was doing shit, they need to be charged and convicted and locked away. You didn't answer me. You went into this old diatribe about turning over to the police. I asked again, he's president right now. Why doesn't he have Pam Bondi release all the files right now? And why don't they charge people right now? You know why? Thank you, Noble. Because Trump is the deep state. Y'all voted for the deep state. Y'all voted for the fucking deep state. He played y'all. It's okay. You don't have to admit it to me. He played y'all. He told you Bill Clinton was evil, and he won't even let Pam Bondi charge Bill Clinton. Wow. TDS is real, Ronan. Does your wife know you like boys? Or does she only find out when she finds the paraphernalia in your car? Bye, beloved. Ronan I blocked because he only had one follower. Come on, Gasoline. Where you at? Gasolina. Where you go? I thought we were talking about liberals and the Epstein files. Exactly. They get real quiet when you say, well, the president, he got unfettered power to handle the shit. But he won't. And Pam Bondi says she ain't doing a damn thing. So since she not doing nothing, shouldn't she be fired? Like, why are we allowing this to go on? Don't tell me Trump is such a weak president that he can't release the files. Because if Trump is so weak that he can't release the files, then why did y'all vote for him? Because I thought y'all voted for him to release the files for you. Oh, you called me Aunt Jemima Baba D, and you think I'm going to be so upset? Oh, he called me. I care about what some random person with no side teeth thinks about me. Oh. They mad, y'all. You know why they mad? Because I'm saying the quiet part out loud and they don't have a rebuttal. They don't have a rebuttal. The Republican Party is the party of protectors that victimize vulnerable people. Okay? That's what it is. And now, right, it's out in the open and they have nowhere to hide. And it's really not cool to say, well, I love protecting the predators, right? So they try to talk about everything under the sun. Look. And this picture has them triggered. It kind of goes back to the video that I put out yesterday about sensitive ass men in America. And sensitive ass men in America are the reason why America has a tough time functioning. Those are men in my comments all upset. The weak ones. The strong men are like, yeah, we see it. We tired of them too. The strong men are in my comments going, yeah, thank you for mentioning this, sis, because we sick of their ass too. They make us look bad. They make us look bad. Okay? You know what, Twisted? They move the goalpost so much because they never cared about it to begin with. Oh, you guys, my live visibility has been restricted for 10 minutes. They say for 10 minutes because misinformation, they may cause moderate harm. See? Anytime I start truth slaying, they get the report. I got to stop that Negro woman from telling everybody the truth. And it's men that are doing it. And it makes you wonder, why would men, follow my logic here, why would men report you talking about the government covering up a big old ring that was coming down on, using the most vulnerable, right? Why would those men report it as misinformation except if they agreed with what those people in those files was doing to those people, those little people? See, I told y'all, Trump is exposing everybody. He's exposing everybody. He has exposed the fake religious people, and now he's exposing the people that prey on our most vulnerable, because they're right in your fucking community. This is why they want you to shut up about it too. I told somebody that online yesterday. They were like, is anybody going to do anything? And I said, well, why would anybody do anything? This shit happens every day all across America in multiple communities. And people act like they don't see that shit when it happens then. So why would you do anything now? Hey, Alan, good morning. They ain't going to do nothing. Hell, you have people who know it happens to people and will blame them for what happened. American society does that, D. That's the type of society that does it. American society. I read in a thing yesterday, in those files yesterday, about how some kids from another country thought they were coming to America to be fostered, but they were actually brought here through traffic. I say it like that. They weren't coming to a foster family at all. But hey, I'm saying misinformation though. There was no misinformation. I'm telling y'all, America likes predators. And that's what it is. America likes predators. And that's real talk. Yep, nobody's been arrested in America and nobody will. Not in America. Y'all gonna watch the whole world hold other people accountable except for us. And the same people who say move on are the same people who show up every Sunday at church. Every Sunday they show up. But yet, they won't protect no kids. I told y'all that a lot of people in America do not have children because they want to nurture them and love them. No. Children are seen as another extension of property. Children are another thing you get to control. They don't even see them as their own person. They're means and mechanisms for control. And the goal is to indoctrinate them to keep those children doing the same shit that you was already doing. So you become an enemy of the state when you stop towing the water, when you stop pushing the propaganda, when you stop protecting children. That's when you become a problem. Like today, Trump is going to Georgia today. And he's going to Georgia because he wants to talk about the economy. He's going to Georgia to lie. Okay? He want to lie to the faces of the people in Georgia. And another reason why he's going to Georgia is because of the midterms. The midterms. And he wants to change the narrative in the news with Prince Andrew getting arrested. It's always about Trump pushing stuff out of the news cycle. Always. Got to understand that. Always. Oh, the economy is done. The economy is done. We are so fucked in our economy. We're fucked bad. And I want to make something else clear to y'all. Because I was surprised I heard Joe Scarborough say this morning on Morning Joe. But it's every so often he does say the truth. He said the cover-up that we see from the Epstein files, it's only a cover-up for Republicans. Republicans are covering for Republicans. Who's ever in those files that are Republicans, those are the people they're covering for. Anybody else, they don't care. But they're going to make sure that Republicans, it's normalized in Republican circles. So my thing is, if they'll normalize it for Trump and rich people, they will normalize it in their regular lives for the people around them. Their own kids ain't safe. So if anybody thinks they're just making special rules for this guy, I can guarantee you they make the same special rules for their pastor. Same special rules for their daddies, their uncles, their cousins. I guarantee you. They're not just making special rules for this guy. Because remember, it's always the fault of the victim anyway that you were victimized. I'm just trying to get people to see it for what it is. Genuinely. Trying to get people to see it for what it the fuck is. The pictures of who specifically in Israel? Who are you talking about, Donna? Now, I did see a whole lot of conversations yesterday on the internet with people talking about Epstein's in Israel. No, he's not. He's not. Him gone. Him gone. They took care of him. He's not there. I'm telling you, he's not there. Him gone. Trust me on this. Him gone. No, he is not. Question. What is to be gained by letting him live and then stay over there? What is to be gained? I'm just trying to understand. Because if a guy who has compromise on all these people, why would you let him stay breathing? The whole point of sacrificing Jeffrey Epstein was so that the rest of the rich people wouldn't get got. Somebody had to go to jail. You ever seen that movie? What's that movie? Look, because I'm not going to go away until National Treasure. You remember in National Treasure when the agent tells Ben, she said, tells Ben, says, hey, somebody got to go to jail, Ben. Like somebody has to, right? It was the same thing. Somebody had to be held accountable and redirect folks' attention away from other people. And he was the sacrifice. He was the sacrifice. And quiet is kept. Ghislaine Maxwell, the only reason why she ain't got hers yet in that way is because, again, she still knows a lot of information. And quiet is kept. Let's be honest about it. She was the one going out doing all the recruiting. She's an asset to those people. They see her as an asset. Why get rid of her? She was the sweet talker to be able to get as many people as she did over there. They need her. So I don't think for 1 second that they're going to get rid of her because they need her. She is the sacrificial. She is not the sacrificial. The sacrificial lamb was the guy that ain't here no more. Right. And she got too much publicity on her right now. Too much attention. Quiet is kept. If Trump and them were smart. Now, I'm going to tell you what I saw yesterday. You know, my theory has been that, you know, something happened to Jeffrey Epstein when he was in prison. And I think that, you know, I was saying, I'm wondering if the administration has something to do with it. And the more I think about it, no, I don't think it was them at all. I think it was others. It was a lot of people that Epstein knew a lot of stuff about. So why keep him comfortable? Don't make sense. Because this time he wasn't getting the sweetheart deal that he got last time. Remember, the last sweetheart deal he got in Florida was during the day he was out and about, and at night he had to sleep at the jail. He wasn't getting that anymore. He was in prison this time. He was in prison this time. So it was a much different situation than before. All the other times he just got a little slap on the wrist. And then people would crowd back around him like, the man, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We got you. We got you. But that wasn't happening anymore. And my understanding is at some point, Epstein and Trump had a falling out. So they weren't even on the same team no more. And everybody that knows Donald Trump knows you can't trust Trump. He will sell you out for chicken change. He always thinks about himself over everybody else. He ain't gonna sacrifice himself for you. That's why he ain't the type of motherfucker to do shit with. That's why he's not the type of guy to do things with, because you're going to be left there standing all by yourself trying to make sense of that shit. That's what's going to happen. You're going to be left standing there trying to figure it out all for yourself. Yep, holding the bag. That's why I look at people who do stuff with him going, those people aren't very smart people. See, the thing that allows criminals to keep criming is they tend to get with other people who are fairly smart so they can continue to do what they do. Criminals get caught up when they get careless, when they get stupid, when they get reckless. That's when they get caught up. But the ones who don't get reckless, the ones who don't get careless, those are the ones who are always a step ahead. And those are the ones who are always the hardest to catch or hold accountable. That's why that happens. But this is where we are now, America. This is where we are now. We're watching all these other countries hold people accountable. Prince Andrew arrested. They say the Norwegians are doing something because some of their people were caught up. Scandinavia, they're doing some stuff. Their people got caught up. Other countries ain't playing. They don't want to be affiliated with shit like that. But America's sitting here like this is perfectly normal and reasonable behavior. It is not. This shit ain't normal and it ain't cool. And you say they fell out over Florida property? Yeah, they fell out over. That's the only reason why Trump sold Jeffrey Epstein out anyway. That wasn't the only reason. I think that was a catalyst. Like he already on my shit list anyway. But then on top of that, somebody got to take Trump was running for president. Somebody got to take responsibility for that bullshit. Trump didn't want it to be him. Trump wants out of the UN for that, but also Trump wants out of the UN because he's forcing, he ain't even forcing, countries that want to join his peace panel now, they got to pay $1 billion to join. But see, this is the other thing. There's no tenure for him to lead that council. It's set up that he can still lead that council even when he's not president. It's money. Trump is getting money. This ain't about no fucking peace. It ain't about peace. Y'all didn't see how JD Vance went over to visit. He was visiting, talking to Erdogan recently. Why would they be talking to Erdogan? Erdogan is a dictator. Why are you talking with him like he's a friend? Because it's a friend of Trump's. They don't give a shit if it's a friend to America or not. It is about who Trump likes. Yep, and they named a peace building after him. Y'all got to look at this for what it is. Real shit. You got to look. And this is something else I want y'all to think about. You know how the victims are now coming out saying Trump did things that if all these people were lying on Trump, why doesn't he sue them for defamation? You get where I'm coming from? Why doesn't he sue them for defamation? Many of them voted for him. You know why? Because they don't care. They don't protect their own kids, so why would they care? I just keep saying it. If Bill Gates, Donald Trump, Elon Musk, the Wexler guy, all these people didn't do the things that these victims are saying they did, why aren't these rich men suing them for defamation? Yes, Steve Bannon is in those emails too. These women are not being sued for defamation because these men don't want to do discovery because they know that it would expose that these women ain't lying. Yep, and Donald Trump loves to sue people. His thing every time when you say something about him he don't like is he gonna sue you. But notice he don't sue not near one of those women. He ain't sued none of them. Why? Y'all remember when Trump kept talking shit about E. Jean Carroll? Y'all remember that, right? She sued his ass for defamation. She sued his ass. She didn't sit on the internet and say, oh, he lying on me. She took his ass to court. That's what she did. She took his ass to court. Yep, and won. Then he talked about her again, so she sued his ass again and won again. She said, keep my name out your garbage mouth. So he don't talk about her no more. Notice he don't mention her ass at all. So that's why I say, why don't these rich people sue these women? Because they not lying. They're not lying. Because if they were lying, they'd be sued to stop it. but they're not. But they're not. Just so y'all know. Real talk. Y'all gotta pay attention. Again, Prince Andrew getting arrested is just the beginning. It's just the beginning. You love that. I know. I love this illustration too. When I saw it this morning, I said, this is perfect. This is perfect. He was arrested yesterday, I believe. Prince Andrew. Well, he's not Prince Andrew anymore. He's the Andrew formerly known as a prince, because he's not a prince anymore. I gotta stop calling him that. Now, y'all, I'm not doing an uncensored live today because we're doing one tomorrow. Let me tell y'all one of the things we're going to discuss tomorrow. I'm going to show y'all a video. Y'all might have seen some of it online already, where the police showed up. Somebody called the police and they showed up at this college, and they go to a basement, and it's a whole bunch of guys they have in the basement. Doing very odd things, and a lot of them with no shirts on. Yeah, the fraternity pledges thing. What the fuck? I'm telling you, what did I say about American men? It ain't all American men, but I'm telling you, there is something weird in conservatism. And there's something specifically going on really weird with a lot of men. Not all, but a lot of men are doing a lot of weird shit. A lot of weird things. So we're going to look at that, because it's hard for me to even explain it. You have to see the video. Real shit. Because even the cops that showed up was like, fuck is going on here? Like, even the cops are like, I ain't never do no shit like this with my friends. Fuck is y'all doing? Real shit. The cops are looking around like, the fuck is happening here? Like, I just know when I saw it yesterday, I was like, what the hell am I looking at? I was like, what kind of, and the fact that people even participated in it. That's even more crazy. That's even more crazy. You say I'm a whitey male MAGA since we found out about, oh, so that means, Jabron, that you like violating vulnerable people too. So everybody, y'all see Jabroni right there? He's letting us know he also likes to violate people. Hey, I'm not going to stop you from telling people who you are. Hopefully members of your community know who you are and they keep their kids away from you. I told y'all, they weird. See, it's in their code book to prey on vulnerable people. See, he telling y'all. So you can go over to another live and do that, beloved. That's just the same troll we've been blocking. That's all, y'all. I blocked him again. He mad. That's the same troll from the very beginning. Remember the gasoline that came in and said, oh, this, that, and the other. And I said, well, why doesn't Trump just release the files? Why is he protecting liberals? He had no response. So he just comes in with his other accounts and just starts talking about other stuff. Chill, Bob. He trying to recruit because he likes boys. I told y'all, if there's this thing in conservatism, they like boys. They like boys. I don't get it. I don't understand it, but they like boys. That's the only thing the only way I can really explain what that is. It's really the only way I can explain it. But to me, they like boys because I don't know men that act like that. Well, they testing it because they don't like the things that I say, and it's okay. I mean, it's fine. You don't have to like the things that I say. They don't have to like it, but I don't understand why they don't go someplace that makes them feel good. Because that's what they like. They just want people to tell them things that make them feel good. They're sensitive as fuck. It's the very thing I was talking about in my video the other day. I'm Gen X. We're not sensitive. And it's going to take a lot for you to move us emotionally. We were not raised to be triggered by emotions all day long. And if anything, when somebody be wilding, I'd just be looking like, soon as they finish, I'd be like, you finish? Are you done? We just don't do it. I just don't waste any time with it. And the thing about MAGA is if they can't get an emotional reaction out of you, they're not having any fun. It don't give them the dopamine hit that they want. MAGA's running around chasing dopamine hits. And they get their dopamine hits from fucking with people. Real talk. That's how they get their dopamine hits. But or better yet, not even so much even messing with people. They get the dopamine hits from having an emotional reaction out of you. But if they can't get an emotional reaction out of you, it ain't no fun. It ain't no fun. And then that's when they go digging in the crates. They gonna be as racist as they need to be, as misogynistic as they need to be. They're trying to find, they just going through that toolbox. What can I say? Bitch, stupid, black, N-word, Aunt Jemima, pancakes, poor, welfare. They just go through everything they got in their fucking toolbox. I'm telling you. Because they need it. These are people that feel inadequate. Shit, and I'm gonna tell you how you know they're inadequate. They follow Trump. Trump makes them feel like they doing something, even when they ain't did nothing. But he makes them feel like it. And you're right, they're not original, but they're not original because they don't read books. See, in order to be original, you have to be educated. So that you have all these references that you can call on, right? Well, they don't have that. All they have is emotion. All they have is emotion. Oh, if they saw me, then you're right. It would be hey, how you doing? You don't even like me. Why the fuck are you talking to me? Right. MAGA is the deep state. The very thing Republicans claim they were voting against, they voted for it. They voted for the deep state. Remember, they said they tired of oligarchs. They put oligarchs in charge of their government. Nobody ever wants to ask, why would a rich person that's making $20, $30 million a year, why would they leave that to come work in government to make 100 and something thousand a year? Because they coming in to scam. They coming in to steal. They're not coming in to work for you. They ain't coming in to work for you. They coming in to change shit so they can make more money. That's why they're coming in. And that's just the truth. Rich people don't do nothing for nobody else for free. Nobody. I want y'all to remember this statement when Donald Trump signed, remember one of Jeffrey Epstein's birthday cards. Remember this statement that Trump put in the card. A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday. It says, may every day be another wonderful secret. That's Donald Trump. That's Donald Trump. Now, and I'm reading here. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to say that for tomorrow because I can't even say what the fuck what that is. I'll just say this. On Jeffrey Epstein's birthday, a friend of his sent over 3 things that didn't speak English to exploit and take advantage of. I'm going to say it like that. Okay? And then after he did that, they were sent back to their respective country the next day. This shit go deep. That's what, remember I told y'all the other day, the French, they raided a spot because now they're digging into that shit. And they plan to hold people accountable. And they're going to say the quiet part out loud that a lot of other people don't want to say. Real talk. Real talk. I'm just trying to get y'all to see how bad this is. This is fucking bad. No, I haven't seen the map the guy made. I'll dig on that today. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that one. And I'm going to tell y'all another video we're going to look at tomorrow. Y'all remember that event when Trump was doing the rally? And somebody did something and the Secret Service had to crowd around him and they held his, and he got up and then his ear was leaking and all. Y'all remember all that shit? Well, this video had come out after it happened, but of course the media, they didn't care about it because they were too busy falling for the okie doke. I'ma just say, when that happened, the video I'm gonna show you tomorrow, yeah, let's call it Eargate. It shows how they was putting all these people into place after it happened. That shit was staged. That shit was staged. I'm going to say it and keep on saying it. It was designed to get people to care about him. That's all. Because it was changing the narrative. It makes him a victim. It makes him a martyr. And people fell for it. Look how much people fell for it. Oh, they're coming after him. Look how they fell for it. Look at the people are not very smart. They're just tribalistic. They're cultists. But they're not very smart. Say it again, Playtime. That's that wag the dog shit. And it ain't the first time government's ever done that shit. Thank you. I'm going to tell y'all, Listen, you knew it was fake, right? To your point, cartilage don't grow back. His ear regenerated. Think about it. His ear healed like Wolverine, but that fucking hand is like Sophia Petrillo. They got to put concealer on the hand because the bruises never go away. Make it make sense. Make it make the fuck sense. So the ear can grow back, but the hand can't heal. That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense. But you're supposed to suspend belief because according to Trump, he's the healthiest man, 79-year-old man you've ever seen. That's a lie too. That's a lie. That's a whole fucking lie. These people are not very smart, but they're very passionate. Trump knows that. That's why it doesn't matter that he hasn't made good on any of the promises that he made with these people. Because they're not very smart. So he ain't tripping off of that. He already know what it is. He already know. They ain't very smart. Whatever I tell them, they're going to be okay with it. Oh, he can pick out a giraffe. So he must have some superpowers. I'm with you. He must. He must. But I'm going, something got to give. Now, I want y'all to listen to stuff I'm starting to see online even more, right? Because the Epstein files is causing people to go, wait a minute. Y'all got to remember, Trump campaigned on those files. He told people he was going to expose the truth. And these people have been waiting and salivating for a long time. Only for Trump to be like, shut up about it. Move on about it, right? Remember, because he told them it was Democrats was why that shit wouldn't come out. That's what he told them, right? Now listen to what I see online. Somebody says, I used to think the next civil war would be between Republicans versus Democrats. Now I think, listen, it's going to be the American people versus politicians. Impeach Patel and Bondi. Then somebody says, I thought you guys were big Trump people. He responds, we definitely were at one time, not anymore. I think they all need to go and we need to start over. What? Don't say. Now understand, people like him saying this still won't vote for Democrats. Because they still think it's some level of redemption in the Republican Party when it ain't. I'm just letting you know, they're still not going to vote for Democrats. They die first, but they never going to vote for a Democrat because they're indoctrinated. See, they've been fed propaganda their entire lives. They don't know how to do any independent thoughts. Yep, the Republican Party, Trump has busted up that party. Quiet as kept, again, doing America a favor. He's busted up the conservative party, and now they're going to spend the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years fighting each other. They're going to do a lot of internal fighting, and Democrats need to take advantage of that while they're fighting each other. You know how sometimes when you see two people going at it, well, say it like this. If you know somebody and they're a manipulator and they love to instigate shit between people, that's what we have to do. Instigate stuff between them so they stay preoccupied fighting each other. Real talk. So they can stay just preoccupied trying to fight each other. Wow. I just saw this. I didn't know this happened. And I don't know if any of you ever been to Indonesia. I know this is a random fact I'm going to tell you, but I'm going to say it anyway. Indonesia has now banned elephant rides and unnatural performances. They're the first country in Asia with this animal welfare milestone. So you can't go there no more and hop your ass on an elephant and ride through the jungle. They like, get the fuck out of here. Motherfuckers want to be on an elephant so something get tagged and get at their ass. They got that elephant there, blocking running interference. You need to get down closer to the ground and take advantage of the full experience. Now I'm gonna see how many people now gonna want to go through the jungles and all this other shit. That's when people gonna sit their ass down. Real talk. That's when they gonna sit their ass down. Y'all, and they just putting out pictures. I'm right now looking at a picture of Prince Andrew with Ghislaine Maxwell and the Guthrie girl who was a victim. And he got his hand all around her waist. Just understand, this thing go deep, and that there are a whole lot of groups that are working to block it. Now, y'all remember the other day, there was a deposition with the rich guy, Les Wexner, right? Because Les Wexner was the guy that let Jeffrey Epstein use his private jet, let Jeffrey use one of his homes. You know, he was allowing a lot of shit to happen using his resources, right? So there was a deposition that happened up on the hill of Les Wexner. Not one Republican showed up to that deposition. None of them showed up. They don't care. I told y'all, it's a massive cover up, and it's not just the Justice Department doing it, or the FBI, or the CIA. Republican members of Congress don't care. They don't care. They don't care. Why would they show up to hear something when they don't care about it? Do I think that Prince Andrew will be the first domino to fall? I don't know. He could be the beginning, because this is the thing. Charles done booted him out. King Charles said, fuck that guy. So yeah, it would behoove Andrew to tell that, pop that shit if he want to deal, because he don't have the monarchy behind him. He's all on his own. And he broke. He all on his own. So if he wants to not spend his entire life in prison, it would behoove him to tell. Which also means they're going to have to protect him. Because the powers that be, people who got a lot of secrets to hide, they're not going to want Andrew to say anything. Now, you can't give him immunity. Maybe you could do some limited immunity thing, but he can't get full immunity. Fuck that shit. Because I would tell him, well, we're going to convict you on the shit we got on you then. And you'll just stay in prison for the rest of your life. That man ain't built for nobody's prison. He comes from royalty. He not built for it. He not built for it. He not built for it. He ain't going to end up in Tel Aviv because there's no way to get there. See, what happened with Jeffrey Epstein is not going to happen to Prince Andrew, meaning you ain't going to be able to see camera footage. The UK not doing that. They're not doing that all over there. They're not doing that. So if people are expecting that to happen, that's not going to happen. And that's a fact. It's not going to, unfortunately for us, it's not going to happen. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else. Now, okay, Now, I do want to talk real quick about something about related to immigration. Y'all remember I had told y'all about that man before. He was Cuban and he was here in America and he was all over the Let's Go Brandon stuff and he loved Trump and he was campaigning for Trump. Well, and remember I told you he had ended up getting detained and all that other stuff. Well, he has finally been deported. I am so happy for him that he gets to go back to his home country, right? And live his best life. He just better not come back here. I'm glad he got deported. He promoted these immigration rules and got his punk ass deported. So I am very excited and happy for him. You know, that's what I call a win too. I love it for him too. I love it for him. Real talk. I love that for him. Because what did I say before? Unfortunately for America, a lot of immigrants come here and they don't really understand how the American system works. And you can get in bed with that white supremacy shit if you want to, but you better have your papers. You better have your papers. That's the big thing I can tell you. You better have your papers. That's just real talk. So, listen, I'm just going to tell you one more thing. Make sure that you don't forget to talk. That you don't forget that you contact your elected representatives. Congress is on break this week, so the government shutdown is going to continue. We're still in a partial government shutdown, and eventually it'll be a full government shutdown. Democrats need to continue to hold the line. That's real talk. Democrats need to continue to hold the line. And that's just the truth. They need to continue to hold the line. Real talk. They've got to continue to toe the line. Because at the end of it all, this is about nobody wants us to keep talking about the quiet part out loud. Real talk. But something got to give. Listen, I love y'all. I appreciate your support. Listen, don't forget the newest episode of the Straight No Chaser podcast came out yesterday. When fame becomes divinity. And I talk about America's love for fucking celebrities and how it acts like celebrities can do no wrong. And I told y'all I wanted to talk about this after I saw that James Vanderbeek's GoFundMe got over $2 million in a couple of days. But Americans don't want to help regular folk. That's not okay. Imagine what $2 million could have done for a regular Joe Schmo. Not somebody already sitting on a $5 million property. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate that. But you understand where I'm coming from? Imagine what $100,000 can do for a regular Joe Schmo. Stop giving your money to rich people. Stop. So listen, I love you guys. I won't be back this afternoon. 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to do a live this afternoon, only because we have so many live shows tomorrow. We got live tomorrow morning. We got uncensored live after that on Patreon. And then I do a live in the afternoon on Fridays. So today I probably won't do one, except if some really good news pop up. I ain't gonna lie though. If some really good fucking news pop off today, oh, you gonna see my ass tonight, because I'm gonna be on here tonight like And don't forget, one more thing I don't want y'all to forget, those of you who are veterans or you know people who are veterans, y'all need to get your ass on the Federal Register and put public comment on the new VA rule where your disability is calculated based upon the medications that you take, not your actual issue or illness. So just so y'all know that. And it's going to change the way millions of veterans get their stuff classified all over America in relation to their disability. So I'm telling y'all, listen, the new rule was published on Tuesday. The new rules, and it's effective immediately. They're not even waiting for the public comment to be over. They're not even waiting. They implemented it starting Tuesday. So if you know what I know, you better get your ass on that Federal Register website and make public comments. They are required by law to review them. Now, I know they ain't going to take none of y'all comments into consideration because they don't care about you. Because if they cared about your thoughts about it, they would have asked for collaboration before they published the rule, but they didn't. So just so y'all know, this is and remember I told y'all yesterday when I announced this story to you, the VA says, right? The VA says that what is it? That they're doing this due to a court ruling from before, and the court ruling found that veterans need to be paid on their disability regardless of any treatments they're getting that may make them function a little better. They don't like that, right? They said that it will cause the government to have to increase compensation costs on a disability level that veterans are not actually experiencing. They say you're not that sick. Rich people said you ain't that sick. They don't care. Y'all need, and remember I told y'all this is for all body systems, including cardiovascular, digestive, musculoskeletal, and mental health. All of them. They don't care. They don't care. So get your ass on there today. Go to the Federal Register and make public comment. You have until April 20th. And if I were you, I would say you have until April 19th. Don't wait till the 20th to make public comment. I love you all. I appreciate you for being here. Listen, thank you for the 66,000 likes. I appreciate that. We got over 200 shares this morning. Thank you for that as well. And I want to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters because I try to do this every live. Number 1, Kinnick 2151. Thank you so much, Kinnick. I appreciate that. Number 2, beautiful Miss Blue Cindy. Thank you so much, Cindy. Number 3, I can hardly see, Shane J all day. Thank you so much, beautiful. I appreciate the support. Number 4, handsome Kiera. Thank you so much, handsome. Number 5, beautiful Miss Sean. And number 6, a special shout out to number 6, Kim. Thank you so much this morning. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Don't forget on Saturday, we're making something. I don't know if I'm going to make calzones. I don't know what I'm going to make Saturday, but we're going to figure out and we're going to make something on Saturday too. Because I'm telling you, I found the perfect pizza dough recipe and I use it all the time. And I want to share that with y'all because y'all can use it to make calzones. You can use it to make pizzas, pizza bites, whatever you want to make. Okay. Ooh, pretzel buns. You know what? I do need to do pretzels again because I remember I mucked them up in that other live. I couldn't get it done to save my life. So we'll figure it out. I tried again. Look, my daughter, she looking across from me like, yeah, you tried again. You still failed. I know. But I'm going to try again. Even though you don't want me to. She's like, stop it with the pretzels, beloved. Just stop. No, I'm not going to stop till I get it right. Okay. And don't forget, yeah, and the buns might be easier. Don't forget, I also put the brioche bun recipe on my Patreon. And I'll put the Cheez-Its recipe up there today as well. Thank you so much. Thank you. Love you all. Have a beautiful, blessed day. And I'm going to tell you, like I always tell you, don't let nobody live rent free in your head. Don't feed any trolls. And you can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. Peace, everybody. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.